That's it. My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.
Just a quick announcement, and an exciting one too. We're about to announce today's lottery numbers. Please...
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So things are underway. Well, there is no one here, Jim, who's surprised to see Wesley Sneijder in the starting lineup.
Yeah, and I think they'll be looking to him to provide all the creativity again here. OK, he may not go box to box, and he is going to require everyone around him to do all the running for him, but with his skill on the ball, he'll make it happen. He'll pick them out.
Batistuta. There's the chance! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Baggio picks it up out wide. Great vision. Now it's Cruyff. Cruyff with the cross.
That's good defensive concentration.
Batistuta. Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Turan. Now that looks a decent ball. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Now it's Hazard. So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Lazio with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Stan clears it away. And here's Baggio, looking to play him in. Ukraine are looking to go forward now. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Donatoni. He has a look up. So we're still where we started right now. And here's Hazard. Now it's Ibrahimovic. And it's Ibrahimovic! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
You lucky boy, you lucky boy. Giving the ball away like that is usually punished.
Roberto Baggio can see things others simply cannot. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Well, the idea was a good one. Ibrahimovic! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Ibrahimovic really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
That's a decent clearance. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Pelé. Not the most accurate pass. It's not an especially good pass, that.
Lazio really are one of these sides that pride themselves on their ability to maintain possession.
Yeah, and some would say that means they play the game the right way.
Yeah, but of course, it's decisive passes that's going to matter in the longer term. There's no good in holding on to the ball just for the sake of it.
And here's Hazard. And this is Pelé. Pelé showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And this is Hazard. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Tries to cross. Cruyff, the specialist in tearing teams apart. And this is Ibrahimovic. Lampard. And that is a little undercooked. Knocks it into space. Big chance! Goal, Ukraine! Simplicity itself.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
Ukraine have fired themselves in front.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Aims beyond the defence. It's a promising position. Takes aim and terrific effort! It's loose now and they want to get it back. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Looking for options for movement. Ronaldinho. Looking for a runner. And that has put paid to that. Ukraine leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. And the score is 1-0. Cruyff. Gattuso. Can he spark a counter here? Can he get on the end of this? Well, that's a dangerous ball. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Donatoni. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Ibrahimovic. And that is the end of the first half. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Ukraine coming in at half-time, leading by 1-0.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Ukraine just ahead here in a tight game. They are 1-0 to the good. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Ukraine definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill...
And the shot! Oh, he has leathered that.
Well, he looks like he's annoyed with himself there. He didn't do an awful lot wrong, did he?
Ronaldinho.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
And that was nowhere near his best. And he's only too happy to take that back. Donatoni. Nicely weighted ball. And this is Batistuta. And Batistuta! And the keeper couldn't hold it. And it's in! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, Peter, I know from experience there are players who always seem to know where the ball's going to end up. This isn't about luck at all, despite what people say. Just keep an eye on his movement.
Ukraine are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach. Keep at it with the same intensity, and soon enough, they'll get another break.
Ronaldinho in acres of space out wide. Stan.
Well, they've stamped some authority on things, but how much more authority can be generated?
Oh, he's all alone. Oh, that's a super piece of goalkeeping.
That's just very composed. He held his position really well, and he made him make the first move. He was always in control.
Platini unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Chance for a shot! Yes! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
A case now of complete control. Goes for a shot! And that's a sharp finish. Just cruising! They are cruising! You don't keep those out. He knew, he just knew.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
And yes, it's him again. Ukraine are having a ball here.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Cruyff. And it's Hazard. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. It's a quick one. Now it's Pelé. There's a sharp little ball here. Played into the box. And there's a goal!
Sostituzione per la Lazio. Numero 80.
So we have movement on both benches.
Numero 8.
Lazio still making a fight of this. Beckenbauer makes the interception. Changes him with that pass. Stojkovic. Stojkovic! Stojkovic! That's wonderful! A finish right from the top draw. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Well timed, excellent interception. Raul. And it's Zielinski. It's a good ball out wide. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Lampard attempts a clearance. Oh, he's having a go! He's put it wide.
Lazio are stuck in a rut, and impatient pots at goal won't really help their cause here. They need somebody to communicate composure and something more constructive.
That's good play from him. Raul. And he's picked it up out wide. Lovely bit of skill. Towering header! It's in! It hurts, does it not? Oh, how reality hurts.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
Ukraine are at the peak of... Gets his head on it! That's another chance! Goal! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
That's smart play from him, actually, Peter. That goal was all about positioning. He knew instinctively where to be should the keeper have gotten a little jittery.
Takes a shot! Keeper always had the measure of that. Xavi Alonso. Now, can they get him away? Oh, well played, well played. Oh, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
And this is Romario. Oh, it's ended up in no man's land. Romario. Deco has the space to scheme. Zielinski. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And we're done. Ukraine pretty much in utopia, imposing themselves in the manner they wanted right from the start. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next
Hello,
2 hours,
everybody,
it
and
might not
welcome
feel
to
like that.
today's match.
The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So we're very much on the way now. Well, there is no question that Eden Hazard, on his day, is one of the world's best, Jim. So how do you interpret the role he's been given here?
Well, we all know he's at his best when he's coming in from that left side, whether it's to drag people away and isolate them or to combine with central attackers. But he also often plays as a 10, as we know, in a free role.
And is that a new dimension to his game?
No, he's been at that for years, and he's just very good wherever he plants himself.
Quality ball. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. And it's Messi. Hazard. And this is Ibrahimovic. Tries a shot! What a wonderful goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
Ukraine are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Looking to play him in. He's picked his way through. So what can they make of this? Lampard gives it back.
Modern football for you and all that pressing.
Now, try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Platini knocks it into space. Brilliantly cut out. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Ukraine clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
That is a brilliant interception. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Vermaelen spots it and intercepts. Stam, always a very imposing presence at the back.
Ukraine really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Pedri. Barcelona are very well equipped down the flanks. It is a tried and tested formula.
Well, Peter, that can cause real problems if they're allowed to run riot in those positions, whether through direct running or from deliveries towards the box. It can work.
Pass isn't the best. Pass somewhat off target. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now, can they get him away? Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, shooting chance! Ibrahimovic! It could only be him! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! They have come roaring back!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going...
It's Ibrahimovic! Goal! Barcelona! And again they hit the front. And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
Barcelona with the lead.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Decent chance! Oh, good finish. They are purring, truly purring. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite.
Barcelona now in a position far more desirable.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. Oh, a gilt-edged chance! Real chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Oh, he hit that sweetly.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
He's there to hit it! Not a bad try by any means.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
That has not gone well. Lampard. Not the most accurate pass. That has ended up in no man's land. And it's Snyder. Hazard. Ibrahimovic. Can he finish? And he's stuck it away. Half-time rapidly approaching. That could be a big one. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
And a header! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
There will be 3 minutes.
Want to be quick to recover this. Cleared away. Messi. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Ibrahimovic gets flagged offside. Pedri does really well to win the ball there. Oh, he's burst through. Takes a shot. It's a goal. Again, we are level. What a contest.
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character. Wonderful.
And that is the end of the first half. Ukraine are finally getting a much-needed break. It's been absolutely breathless stuff so far. So there was the first half.
I think it shows you the danger of not killing off the game when you've got the opportunity. It might be level on paper, Peter, but we know who has the momentum now to go on and win this.
Well, as remarkable as it is, this is where we stand, an extraordinary scoreline, and it's only half-time. The second half then, just getting going. Yamal. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Silvestre. It's Pedri. Threads one in.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Now it's Pedri. He's cut it out. Platini. Donatoni is the team's great visionary. Tries to play it through. Batistuta in acres of space out wide.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
Ibrahimovic. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Oh, that's a key interception. Donatoni. Platini. Great ball, and he's in. Platini! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Looking for options for movement. And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Now it's Platini. Yamal is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Messi, it's a really well-measured ball. Yamal will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Lampard has found the net here, of course. Yamal, he's a sharp little ball here. Vermaelen gets across to intercept that. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Ibrahimovic. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Azar is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Now it's Messi. Great vision. And this is Batistuta. Pedri. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Platini. And it's Ibrahimovic. Now there's a find, and the shot! You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. He's shifting through the gears here. Donatoni. Oh, that's well spotted. Azar. Barcelona could counter here. Onana. Played out towards the right wing. Ibrahimovic.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Delivers with whip. Peruzzi claims it without any fuss. That's going right the way across. And it's Messi. Over to the right flank. That's been cut out, well played. Strong running down that left flank. And that could set him on his way. Engages and forces him off the ball. Platini unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. That's an excellent interception. And they can counter here. He's looking wide. Well, no joy this time. Donatoni is sporting a guilty look after that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Hazard gets into a good position. And he's in on goal. And this is a big chance! It's anyone's ball now. Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
Substitution for Ukraine.
All hands on deck for this one.
Number 2, Yapstel. Number 18.
Kalulu getting this one clear.
Number 13,
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Number 3, Kalulu. Number 19.
Can he get on the end of this? And this is Dybala.
Number 21.
And Dybala!
Number 11.
And he has kicked it out somehow. And that is the last of the action. What a game, a contest of ferocity and marvellous talent from start to finish. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. There's the whistle.
Any attack containing Raul is a frightening sight for any defence.
His record's a frightening sight.
Well, when you think about it, most of his ilk will put themselves before the team. But Raul is different and has a greater appreciation for all that and likely to put others in before himself.
He's a sharp little ball here. Schneider. Platini. Alexander-Arnold. Olise. It's a pretty loose pass. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Now it's Batistuta. Oh, that's well spotted. He's gone direct here. Van Balten does really well to win the ball there. Raul. Olise. And that's aimed into the middle. Well, some are shouting for a corner, but the referee says goal kick. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Not the most accurate pass.
Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers: don't concede the opener.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Oh, nice touch. And this is Ibrahimovic. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. That's been cut out, well played. That is good alertness. Raul, that's a good ball out wide. That's an untidy challenge, free kick given. And he is going into that little black book. And that's a throw-in. And here's Batistuta. Well read, and the danger is averted. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. He's found a way through. Alexander-Arnold did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Olise. He's shifting through the gears. Olise! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Great ball, and he's in here. Alexander, he's rising! No, just not quite.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Xavi Alonso gathers from the goal kick. Olise. Olise cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
He's dealt with that really well. Tries to thread one through. Oh, he's found support out wide. No, he's not going to get any further than that. Xavi Alonso. Well, that looks a decent ball. Great vision. Hazard. Takes a shot! Vitz. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And smartly reclaimed. No way through. And this is Batistuta. Aimed beyond the defence. He has found a way through. That's an imaginative pass. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Can he get on the end of this? Hazard in acres of space out wide. Olise. Oh, not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. Shot at goal! And it's a goal!
Surprise, surprise. Look who turns up to give his side the ultimate lift before the break. Now we can look forward to a whole different game in this second half.
That is so good, such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
Ukraine have taken the lead.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now, and the other has to tone it down.
There will
Now
be
it's
one
Vince.
more added time.
Goes for a shot! Well taken goal. That is remarkable. All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
And the whistle goes for half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. So, Jim, neither side getting it all their own way so far.
Well, it's been a decent game so far, Peter, although I think in the next 45 minutes we could do with the ball being moved around quicker with a view to trying to entice their opponents out of position. I don't think there'll be a mad rush to do that just yet.
So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break. So, straight into the second half. Well, that pass isn't the best. And Cruyff! That is beyond words!
Oh, that was magnificent. What a way to stamp your ability on a game. Not necessarily pivotal, but it has most definitely shifted momentum.
He just absolutely speared that in.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
That has ended up in no man's land. Now it's Batistuta. Raul. Oh, good spread. Well timed, excellent interception. Ukraine really looking to get back into this at the start of the second half. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Schneider cuts out the pass. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Xavi Alonso, and here's Azar. Xavi Alonso calmly anticipates. He steps in, and that's the end of that. And it's Michel Platini. Ibrahimovic. Donadoni. He's had a shot! And he's stuck it away. They're level in a trice.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Ukraine are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Quite a game this, all square again. Olise! Oh, that was no routine save.
Olise clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Wirtz knocks it into space. Wirtz. That's good play. Roberto Carlos in towards the back stick. That has been knocked away. Oh, that's neat. And here's Olise. Opts to play it back. And he's quick to snatch it back. That's destined for the flank. Roberto Carlos delivers. And that's the keeper's ball. Threads one in. Alexander-Arnold cuts it out. Olise going face-to-face with his great rival. Into the last quarter of an hour. Alexander-Arnold tries to play it through. Oh, that was vital.
Substitution for Ukraine. Number
Size
15,
really matters, and it's time to
Platini.
make it matter now.
Number 18, Schneider.
He leaps for it.
Number 17, Donadoni.
Don't you
Number
just love the
13,
level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Coming on the field, number 5.
That's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He's got away.
Number 8.
There's the shot! Goal! Milan! Into the lead once more. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Milan have their lead.
What a great time to score, but it does give the manager a real headache. Does he sit on this lead now, or try and finish it off?
There's good running with the ball. Shooting chance!
Ukraine really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
And this is Shevchenko. That's going wide left. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. David Villa. David Villa stood his ground strongly.
2 minutes has been indicated.
Now looking to orchestrate a counter, and the through ball. Stojkovic is onto this. Chance! And the ball's it's fallen kindly here. And that was too close for comfort.
He's not happy, and you'd expect that, but at least there's plenty of appreciation for what was a genuinely fine effort.
Stan makes the interception. And that signals the end. Ukraine did lead, indeed they controlled, but...